morning and welcome to Reveal and Heal. You know, you can't heal if you don't reveal. I'm Coach Deb. Go ahead and tag your friends, tag your neighbors, tag everyone you know that need a motivation word. It's new week, new goals. I have an amazing guest this morning. You don't want to miss it. The message that she's going to convey is going to be something to inspire, empower, encourage you, and help you along the way. You still got time to tag a friend, tag your neighbor, tag anyone that you know that need to hear a motivation word. You can follow us on all podcast outlets, and you can also follow us on YouTube. You just need to like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, put your hands together and show your love for my guest this morning, Miss Balerie Byars. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coach Deb. How you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm so glad to have you. Thank you for saying yes to this interview.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, truth be told, honey, I've been trying to get you for over a year.
I know we got pushed back with the pandemic, but
yes, we did.
Now.
We did. And the thing about it is, I wanted you because I see you. I see you, sis.
Yes.
Man, you are doing amazing work. You are helping so many women. I mean, you are truly a healer, and it's heartfelt because see, your motivation is authentic. Please tell everybody, who is Balerie Byars?
I am a young girl I was a young girl that has turned into a 34-year-old queen. I am a loving person. I'm a helper. I will help you do anything that you want and need. If you're ready for it, that's the key.
If you're ready.
I am a motivational person. I empower. I like to see you heal. I love that your platform is healing because that's mine.
Yes.
I'm a loving person, respectful. I'll be anything to anybody as long as they're good to me.
Absolutely. See, you want to see people win.
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody see that you're such a ball of light.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you are that medicine that people need. I'm excited for everyone to hear your story because your motivation is different from someone that, you know, is motivated because they just made it by the skin of their teeth.
Right,
when it comes to life and death situation or any such thing, your motivation to see others win and to help others, it is totally different. So I'm excited about you sharing your story. Our topic is I Made It.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's reveal it here. Tell the people, what is your motivation? What is your motivation to see others win?
It feels good. It feels good to give them resources to win and see them use it. It feels good for them to find someone that they can trust. It feels good for me to be involved with their healing. And it motivates me to motivate them to just keep pushing. Life is so hard. It's so hard. And it's easy for us to just stop where we are or give up. And anything you do besides, my motivation for me is just to keep pushing. Because when you have your own thing going on, I work 2 jobs, I have my own business. And so I have to motivate myself, and my supporters motivate me to be able to motivate other people. They tell me often, Balerie, keep pushing. We see you. You're doing a wonderful job. And so anytime that I feel like stopping or giving up or I don't have time for this, I got to worry about myself, it would take one phone call, one message to get me back saying, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Anytime I even feel frustrated, even every time I second guess why I'm doing what I'm doing, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? God got a way of making it crystal clear. If I say, Lord, I wish I could just do this. I wish I could work with kids. I get a message say, do you work with kids? Like it be anything that I second guess, anything that I say, Mom, I want to do this, I want to do that. I wish, it falls right in my lap. And that's for me is confirmation. It's confirmation that whatever I'm doing, whichever way I go, is helping somebody. And I help people every single day. I surround my life around children and mothers and men and women that feel broken. And I have I work at 2 separate houses. One house is for homelessness, which people have substance abuse. They may have fell short in life. They lost their kids. They burn bridges. And then when they come to the shelter, we give them that new bridge to build and show them that they can get back up, because that's what it's about, is getting back up. And I tell them all the time, even if you fall flat on your face, you still took a step forward. And to just keep motivating them.
There you go.
That's what motivates me.
Wow.
And then I work at a domestic violence shelter, and Lord knows we need motivation.
Yes, we do.
Lord knows they need motivation. Everybody needs motivation.
Everybody does.
Even people that's not hurt.
Right.
Even people that got it all together, so they think, need motivation.
I was about to say, so they think.
Yes, so they think. Even us that's strong, everybody need motivation. Everybody need to hear, I'm thinking of you, keep pushing, you're doing good. You know, everybody needs some type of validation for them to keep pushing and knowing that they're making good choices in life and whatever it takes for them to feel like people see them also.
Yeah.
So I work with the people that's broken, but it's a lot of people that got it together that motivates me and teach me. So I work with all kinds of people.
I love the fact that you noted that you work with people, even though they're in a situation, they still teach you.
Oh, yeah.
So share with the listener audience, what is your story? Because you actually have an organization called Lips Unchained. Show your T-shirt so others can see it in case they want to buy your shirt. Now tell us, what does that mean? What does it represent?
Lips Unchained is to inspire all silent voices, women, men, just to speak out against domestic violence. That's what this is for, to speak out and get the help that you need. Around 3 years ago, in June, I lost my best friend. She was killed to domestic violence. That was the birth of Lips Unchained. Okay. And we was roommates, and it happened, and we was friends for years, and she never told me anything that she was going through. None of the outside of my community told me what she was going through. We never heard, nobody close to her knew what she was going through until she was dead. Yes. And so the silence of it is what made me think about Lips Unchained, because everybody around had a story. You know how when you lost someone, and we was roommates, so that, of course, everybody came to my house and everybody had a story. And it hit me that, my God, it always one common factor, and that's that nobody talk about it. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. You don't have no one you feel that you can trust. So they keep it inside. And, you know, you was raised to not tell your business, don't run and don't speak about what you're going through. It's humiliating. You think people going to judge you, so you hide it. So Lips Unchained, I figured if I could pull a bunch of people together and show that you're not alone, then more people will come. And that's exactly what it did. That's exactly what it did. I started it. She died in June. I started in October. And the first time I ever even introduced it, I had over 300 messages. And I've been going ever since. I've been on the radio. I've been in the magazine. I've been on different podcasts, whatever I can do to get my word out and to speak about it. That's exactly what I do. I don't even second guess it. I'm there. If I could just touch one person, they say, and since I started off and I got over 300, then I knew that it was time to talk. And it's a lot of broken, silent voices that never had a platform to speak about the word domestic violence, because that word alone makes you just turn your head, especially if you can't relate. So now Lips Unchained bring people that's not in domestic violence, never heard of it, just want to see that the impact it have on people, because it's so powerful, because they want to see the signs based on the things that we talk about in our meetings, at our events. So you don't know who went through it based on just looking at what we do. We have events, we have walks, and you can't pinpoint who in pain. So just because it's called Lips Unchained don't mean that you just run and tell your business. You don't even have to tell his name.
Mm-hmm.
But allow someone to know that you're in pain
Mm-hmm.
and that you're being hurt, so that if and when something happens, we can at least speak up for you and walk for you as well. And I won't be left here to tell your story based on what the outside looking in. Even if I don't ever tell a soul, because confidential, I won't tell nobody.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me you don't want it out, then I'll never tell nobody. I want to build that trust. So just because it's called Lips Unchained don't mean you can post it on Facebook. And I want to keep that. It's still a secret, but you're letting someone know besides you and those kids that watch what happens behind closed doors, and they're forced to keep the secrets. So now you got a team of people that say, hey, I was that person too. And it means a lot, because that's just not what you see. People hide it.
Yes.
They hide it and they don't know how not to.
Right.
Because in this day and age, who cares is how they feel.
Right.
So if I find a lot of people that care, we're going to get together and show them that we care. And that's what Lips Unchained is. Even men, even abusers.
That's right.
If you need help, I'm going to get on that phone and I'm going to help you too.
Right.
A lot of people have seen men in shirts that have hit someone, and they call me and they say, Balerie, what he doing in the shirt? He hurt me. He this, he that, he that. That's who need it on. That's who needs to feel it. Why would we do it to people that can't relate or would never hurt somebody? We need to touch the people that's bringing the pain.
That's good.
So let them come in. You don't ask me why we would help someone that need the help the most. So it's everybody in it. And just because someone in it, or just because you come to me, don't mean I'm going to call and check on you and say, hey, have you left yet? You said you was going to leave them. It's no pressure. It's no judgment. You just, if you call me and you say, I'm working on it, pray for me, that's exactly what I do. I listen to you. I don't try to answer every one of your questions. I do not know. I'm still working on my relationship. I don't have all the answers. But together we can. Together we can. Together we can see at least the signs that will make it better for this thing called love that we all have had trouble to figure out, and that we all don't know what to do with it, and we all trying to figure it out because it hurts just that bad, and it's not supposed to hurt.
It's not supposed to.
Love do not hurt. It do, but it's not supposed to.
Yes.
So I don't judge. If you call me today and you say, I don't want him, he did this, he did that, and I see y'all later on at Walmart, I'm going to say, hey, girl, I'm not going to make you feel like you can't. I know the process that it takes to walk away. It's a process. It is. And I don't want people to think because we say get out, speak out, that you can just do it today. It's just when and if you're ready, I have resources that can save your life.
You know, I just, my heart is so full this morning that you're able to be so dedicated and so committed, but yet you yourself have not experienced domestic violence, but yet you are so committed. You in this thing for all these lives.
For everyone,
men and women. The abuser and the one that's been abused.
Yes, ma'am. And that's why I don't try to tell them so much as to how they should or shouldn't feel. But I went out my way to educate myself. I have several trainings. I listen. I go to trainings. I have certificates for domestic violence. And no, I have never been physically abused, but that's because you can't have my energy. And that's where the motivation part come in. Is somebody got to stand because they're standing and they stood. And when I saw that someone wasn't the right for me, that's what I'm going to go with. Because when people show you who they are, you should believe them. So I don't come doing this through experience of being brutally beaten. I didn't have to go through that to speak and say, hey, you deserve better. You're worth more. I lived through experience of losing my friend. And after her death, I know thousands of women and men that go through the same thing. So you don't have to have specific experience. You just have to have a heart to be able to help someone. And then that person has to be willing to grab it and trust you to help them.
Absolutely. So I'm glad that you mentioned, your process. How important is it that people understand that you don't have to personally have been in a situation to be an advocate, to be a helper, to be someone to assist? Because I'm telling you, Balerie, there have been many times when there have been, platforms where you wanted people, men and women, to speak about a matter that really was relatable to everybody. If your breath is in your body, but yet somebody would have the audacity to say, well, you know, I personally have never gone through such and such, so I don't see how I could actually benefit or be a benefit, you know, to that platform. Girl, listen, I took a deep breath. I'm like, you got to be kidding.
They focus on, I guess, what people would think, or don't want to be too involved to where they may say something that makes someone feel no type of way. But if you're doing it from the heart, it's going to come out correctly. It's going to come out correctly, whether you've been there, whether you felt it the way that they felt it. All you need to do is speak what you feel the honest way. And that's what I do. And I pray a lot. And I am moved by the spirits of people. I'm moved by being obedient as to what I feel, what I should do. And when I get my result and I see that it worked, that's when I know I did the right thing. So I say just do it. If you know, you don't have to have experience. If you see someone needs your help and you tell them honestly, if they're going to receive it, then they'll receive it. If they don't, then you still done your part.
You don't have to be a professional. You know, it's like, I truly believe, Balerie, that when it comes to aiding anybody that's in trouble, you just have to care.
That's it.
And I believe that you will help them figure it out. That's what resources and referrals are for. You don't have to be that person doing all the work, but if you know somebody that can assist the situation, that's good enough. Am I right?
Yeah, and you don't have to know everything.
You don't have to know everything.
I don't know. I will never be able to tell you, if you do this, this won't happen. I'm not here for that. All I'm here for is, once this happened, here is this. Use this if you want to. But I can't tell you what is a good way to love someone. You have to do what works for you. You have to do what works for you and him, or whoever the other person is, and not so much as listen to everybody. Do what works for you, long as you're happy, whether someone else agree with it or not. That's not what you're doing it for. So I don't have all the answers, and I make that very clear, because people really treat me like I do, and I promise you I don't, even if it seemed like it. But I'm going to support you and walk the walk with you, whether you're ready or not. And when you're ready, I'm just going to motivate you to make the move that you need to make. So they probably just deep thinking it, don't want to do something wrong, but you won't do it wrong. You know you're helping. You can't help wrong.
You can't help wrong.
That's impossible. You can't, unless you're just doing it for the wrong reason. And
there it is. If it's in vain. Okay, help somebody this morning that is, you know, based off of a relative, you know, a child, a sister, a brother, a friend, you know, and they're doing something in the name of that person, and they want to keep their memory alive.
Okay.
Talk about that, and the cautiousness and being clear on what it is that you are actually doing, so it's not misunderstood.
Okay. So when you're doing something, like for me, when I started Lips Unchained, like I said, it was birthed from my best friend. But I had to lay that to rest and let her rest, even though I'll never stop saying her name. She'll always be mentioned, because everyone else that's been affected by domestic violence is mentioned. So it's not focused on just Vega, because it impacts so many lives. And if you lose a family member, I support you the same way, for your Stephanie, for your Tasha, for your Felicia, for your family. And we're not here for what so much has happened to Vega, but I want you to take what you can feel from it. And when people give me money for Lips Unchained and donations and everything, I use that for the growth of Lips Unchained, so that we can keep moving to help other people. So when you're doing something out of someone's memory, that's fine if it's just for that person, but you're only limited to what they can feel from it.
That's it.
And when you open it up and make it a community, then anybody can feel it. And
which is bigger anyway.
It's bigger. I want people to take Lips Unchained, even in different cities. If you know something, I don't even have to be there. I'm not worried about you using my name. I want you to say it, and you take it, and what you feel from it, and where you see it can blossom from, you use it in your community. And y'all get together and y'all walk, and we come walk with you from Rome to Atlanta to Marietta to I guess Lips Unchained in New York, it's Lips Unchained in Chicago, and you do exactly what you feel from it. So I won't specify on just her because it's so much bigger. And she's gone, and yes, God rest her soul, but it's so much bigger and so much more pain right here, right now.
Right here,
right this second. It's somebody that don't know why they can't get out, why they can't leave. And they need to look up and see a group of powerful people saying, you can do it, you can make it, walk that walk, leave that. It's not about just one person. So you want to be very careful when you doing something, even if it's out of someone's memory, you want to make it to where you invite other people to be welcomed in.
Amen.
Yes.
Tell the listeners what it is that you have learned from this organization, you know, to where now it's personal. Mm-hmm. Is it personal, Balerie?
It's personal.
What have you learned, dear?
It started
that has helped you
to listen and learn from it. I've learned that everybody different. Every situation different. It's not one meaning. People say, oh, I'm not in domestic violence. I didn't. Oh, he hit me, but it wasn't like that. Or he didn't never put his hands on me. And I've learned that sometimes mentally is worse.
Girl, come on here.
Sometimes verbally is worse.
Yes, ma'am. It's not physical scars with you. Yeah. Those mental scars.
Well, you know? And if you pop me in the head, then I know I need to leave. But if you mess with my brain for 6 years, you been sitting here with 6 years of my life that I could have been enjoying because you wasn't ready. So mentally will hold you tighter and longer and confuse you more because you're looking at what you see at what you once saw in that person. You're waiting on who they used to be. You're holding on to, I don't want to start over. I don't want to do this. I don't want
listen this morning.
I don't want to let people know that we didn't make it. And just sometimes you hear, girl, we got 16 years, but he got babies. She got babies. You know, you adding up years of pain.
The truth right now.
You adding up years of pain, you know, and you just need to notice when it's time to let go. It's okay to let go.
It sounds like shame is holding people captive. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yes. Man.
I know I'm a witness to it. I was in it. Shame. You mentioned some things that is so real, how you're so tuned in to what other people gonna think. You know, when your life is in danger, get out.
Well, we gonna find out anyway if it goes so much as left as you in the paper, as if you on obituary. We gonna find out anyway. So why not speak out now? If you can't hide it to the point where you can't hide it no more because your face don't even look the same because your smile is upside down.
Mercy, God.
It's not in your eyes. Where's your glow?
Cold eyes.
You can't talk. You can't hold your head up. You don't go to church no more. You don't go to parties.
Everything
you don't want to leave the house. You're going working home. Working home. Not living. Not trying to live. Don't know where to go. It'll show. Everybody, it's in there anyway. So you might as well get it out. Speak out. Get the help that you need. It's all kind of help. A lot of people don't even know the help that is.
It's so much help.
Oh, it's so much help. And I spend a lot of my time finding the help.
There you go.
When you reach out to me according to where you are, I know where your help is in your area. Because if they think they can't go to shelters because they're going to call the police, they're not going to call the police. By law, they're not going to call the police. We're not going to call these things. That's not what no one's here for. You don't even have to give their name. The police do not have to be involved. So a lot of people shame and hesitant because of the outcome if they do speak out. They do not know.
Well, Balerie, it's a lot of myth. It's a lot of myths out there. You know, things have changed from back in the day. It's been 30 years, thank God, since I've been free. But it's so much happening now. You got your hands on some stuff now, you know, where you can help people. And I'm just so elated and so impressed that you know the heart and the mind of the victim. For you yourself to have not experienced it, it's such a gift that you're able to empathize and sympathize. Please, I want you to tell the people, how do you want to be remembered, Balerie, when the Lord take you home? How do you want to be remembered?
That's a good question, Ms. Deb. You're so deep. I want to be remembered for what I'm doing, even if you choose not to listen and follow my lead. I want you to remember what I said because I'm not going to say anything that I didn't learn from someone wiser, from older people. I want to be remembered as someone that did it not just try and talk. I did it. I broke that silence. Lips Unchained is all over the place. I'm constantly at the post office. I got up and I did it. I cried and cried when I lost her, and that didn't help nothing. That wasn't going. I will be still sitting there, mad. Get up out of it and speak out, because once you start your healing process, you can move on and you can open your heart to love again. If you stay there and you choose to stay in that, then that's exactly what you will receive and feel. So I want people to remember that I am not afraid to move. I'm not afraid for chances and stuff brand new. I did it. I broke the silence. I can't even go to the grocery store without people saying, girl, can I talk to you for a minute? Me and my mama was at Red Lobster one day, and the waitress was like, are you Lips Unchained? And everywhere I go, they tell me domestic violence stories, and I'm able to give them the help that they need. So I know for a fact I'll be remembered. I'm very loved, and I appreciate all my support. I appreciate people that trust me, because that's a hard thing to do.
Yes. And
I did it, and I'm doing it, and I'm keeping my word. I won't ever hurt no one and betray them, because this situation comes from pain.
That's right, Lord.
It comes from pain. And so I told God, I want to do this. I want to step out and I want to get it done. But if I'm going to follow in the same steps of the people that betrayed them, I don't want it, Lord. Take it from me. Don't give it to me. Because I don't want to become just another person that's just nosy, just in your business and not really caring. I care. Even if I don't know you, I care. And I want to see you push and make and keep pushing and see you where you are, so you can say who you are when you die. I like to see that. So that's what I want people to remember when I'm gone, is that I tried, I succeeded, and I did it.
Amen.
And I'm still doing it.
And
I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to forever be a voice.
Yes. Yes. When they mention the word Lips Unchained, they're going to see your face.
Yes. I go to parties and they immediately introduce me and acknowledge that I'm in the room. It's a wonderful feeling.
My Lord.
And it's not for fame. It's for none of that.
Well, you didn't ask for it.
I didn't ask for none of this. I didn't even know. I never even heard of nonprofits, and I never thought I would start something that could be as powerful that people call it a movement. That's a big word, but it happened, and it feels wonderful. And I would love to keep pushing, because the longer I keep doing it, the more people I'm helping.
And more people will be saved and set free. I congratulate you. I want you to tell the people how you can be reached.
Yes, ma'am. I can be reached on every social media. I can be reached on Facebook as Lips Unchained. I can be reached on Twitter as Lips Unchained. I can be reached on Instagram as Lips Unchained. And I'm also at lipsunchained@yahoo.com. And I can be available at any time. If I do not write you back, I'm coming. I promise you. I always keep my word. If I can't help you, I will not stop until I can get someone to answer the questions that they need.
I want to thank you for saying yes to this interview. It has been an honor and a pleasure. I appreciate you, and we have more work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
You're definitely going to be back.
We just getting started.
We just getting started. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monday morning motivational quote is, God is the only reason I made it this far.
Yes, Lord.
God is the only reason that you have made it this far. Let me just remind you to go to YouTube to like and subscribe for Relationship Lounge. Also, I want you to take note that we're on all podcast outlets. And guys, we have a TV show, I'm Not Okay Why TV show, coming your way real soon. You need to go ahead and download that Roku app, and we're under the GEI network. Also, we have a radio show on Really Real Radio. You need to download that app as well. You can go to reallyrealradio.com. I'm Not Okay Why is on Tuesday and Thursday from 4 to 5. So that's raw, uncut radio. We're not okay with, the different things that are taking place in our community, and we need to talk about it. There's so many things that are going on that we're not okay with, and we don't need to sit on that. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about it so that we can bring resolution. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to Relationship Lounge, Reveal and Heal. You know, you can't heal what you won't reveal. I'm Coach Deb. Remember to love yourself, love everybody, and be an example. Have an amazing day. You deserve it.